Hi, I'm Ron Halbritter, Technical Advisor for Legendary Auto Interiors, and I'd like to welcome you to Legendary Studio, where today we're going to show you the easy way to prepare Legendary's hottest new product, the Chrysler Rallye Seat Kit. Now, the Rallye Seat Kit comes with the new foam, which has the raised up bolsters to give you that sport look and keep you locked into your seat. The nice part about it is it utilizes your existing seat frame, so there's no need to buy a new seat frame. It uses your factory seat frame. Now, this kit includes the foam kit, top and bottom, both driver and passenger side. Comes with a new set of seat covers, and it comes with the listing spring to frame holdback wires, and it includes the burlap, the muslin, the paper coated listing wire, the 2-inch felt, and a dust mask. Now, don't forget, you may need some general spray trim adhesive, not included into the kit, and it's found at your local auto parts store. So together with Randy Brown, we're going to show you why the professionals at Legendary Auto Interiors are #1 with collectors, restorers, and enthusiasts worldwide. So let's get started.
Our first step will be to cut muslin rectangles out 10 inches by 14 inches. You need to cut 8 of those in 2 strips, 2 inches by 24 inches. Our next step, we'll need to modify our molded foam kit on our front seat bottom in 2 areas, one in the hinge area and one along the base of the front seat bottom frame. Now, the hinge area, we need to trim a little bit out so we can bolt our front seat top to our front seat bottom, and we don't want to have any excess material, so when the seat tilts forward, it doesn't prematurely rub through the vinyl of our seat cover once it's finally assembled. Now, along the base of the seat frame, you want to trim off the flat areas. That way, when the vinyl is wrapped over the top of our foam and attaching to our seat frame, the rails will not bind against the seat cover and also prematurely wear through the foam or seat cover. Now, you want to make sure that that molded foam is right along the bottom edge of the seat frame. First step will be to apply some general spray trim adhesive to the sides and the front edge of our front seat bottom molded foam kit. Our next step will be to take one of the 10-inch by 14-inch pieces and cut that in half so it makes 2 pieces for the sides, and then spray some adhesive on the 10 by 14-inch piece for the front, and then you want to do the same thing for the back edge. We want to attach the small pieces on the sides towards the rear portion of the foam, and the front edge you want to overlap about 2 inches and let the remaining hang off so you have enough to wrap over the top of the edge of your seat frame when you're attaching the molded foam. Very last, you want to attach one more 10-inch by 14-inch piece along the rear edge of our front seat bottom. Our first step on our front seat top is to measure the depth of the cutout on the cap portion of our front seat top molded foam, and then take that measurement from the flat portion of the cap, and then you need to trim that distance off along the entire edge of both sides. That way, when you glue the cap onto the main section of the foam, the notches will glue together. You'll see a close-up. Randy's using a foam saw, but a good pair of scissors, a razor blade, or mom's old carving knife will do the trick. You want to repeat the process on the opposite side. Our first step in our front seat top foam preparation will be to take some general spray trim adhesive and glue the notched out area and the top edge of our molded foam along with the cap. You want to apply a generous amount, let that glue tack up, and then glue the cap to the main section of the molded foam. Now, you want to glue the notched out area, and the top edge is a very important step, and you want to make sure that that foam is pieced together symmetrically so it doesn't show any unnecessary ridges or lines underneath our seat cover when we install our seats. Our last step will be to flip our foam over and make sure that our edges are lined up properly. Our next step will be to apply some general spray trim adhesive to the top edge where we just glued the cap to the base of our foam. You want to then glue the 2-inch strip, so that will help hide the seam. When the seat cover is over the top of it, you won't be able to see that seamed ridge where we glued the cap onto our base foam. Now we also want to glue 2 small strips in the notched out area of the foam as well. This way, when the seat cover also goes over the top of our molded foam, we don't see any ridges of the edge of the foam. Our next step will be to glue our 10-inch by 14-inch pieces along the side edges of our foam, making sure you leave plenty of material to wrap over the top of our seat frame when we attach our foam to our frame. You want to overlap it about 2 inches onto the foam. You want to attach one more piece along the lower portion of the front seat top cap. And lastly, the lower edge on the face of the seat on our front seat top.
Well, hopefully this video has been very helpful for you. You can see all of our molded foam has our muslin strips glued onto it, and what that will allow us to do is to keep the molded foam secured to our seat frame during our seat cover installation. Now, to continue on with our seat cover installation, you'll want to access our seat frame preparation video on our website. Now, we'd like to thank everybody involved at Legendary Auto Interiors for making this possible. We'd like to thank Randy Brown, and most of all, I'd like to thank you. For Legendary Auto Interiors, I'm Ron Halbritter. We'll see you next time.